Hi there, friends and adventurers. Heather here from Heather's Hikes and Adventures, and I've got a nice, short, sweet little video for you all today. We are going to be doing a fall haul as I prep for the upcoming fall and winter seasons for car camping. And I have an extended road trip into the mountains where the weather is going to be much cooler than I'm used to. So I did need to get some stuff to prepare for that, as well as some stuff that I am wanting to try out this upcoming season camping. So without further ado, make sure you're subscribed if you like this kind of content, and we are going to dive right in. As you can see here, we've got some stuff, so I'm going to get right into it and not waste any time. So the first couple of things are not technically camping related per se, but I do need them for my car camping trip and in the fall and winter season in general. So because, with triple digits, I haven't really been preparing for anything like that. So the first thing I got was, believe it or not, I do not have any flannels. So I got this comfy, cozy, oversized flannel to just throw on over my t-shirts and stuff when I'm at camp or hiking or out exploring. If it's not cold enough to need like a big heavy jacket or a raincoat or something like that, I figured this would be a good option because it's thin, but it's still warm. So I got that. And in the same category here, I finally got a decent raincoat. This was on a really good deal on Amazon on sale, and I couldn't resist. I've been wanting a red raincoat for years. I don't know why. I just like them. I like the lining too, but it has a detachable hood. It's really nice material, and it's the kind that's like a little bit longer, and then you can cinch it in at the waist, so you can have it as fitted or loose as you want. And I got it oversized so that I can, put it over long sleeves or bulkier items as well as thinner items. So that way I can tighten it in if I need to. So now we're going to get into the actual camping items. For those of you that recently watched my recent video where I went to Florida Caverns State Park and had that campsite that was a really nice campsite, nice and level, recently done, but no shade to speak of whatsoever thanks to Hurricane Michael a few years back. So, or was it Irma? Either way, one of the hurricanes wiped out all of the trees in that area. So I used that new shade cloth of mine, and it worked great just draping it over the van. I do think it would work a little bit better if I had put like a pool noodle or something like that to create a little bit of a gap so that it kind of had a tenting effect. But I got me some nice awning / tent poles, and they did come with this little thing with some guy lines, some stakes, and some different little contraptions there to help me install them. And also to go with that, I got these heavy-duty suction cups that are meant for vehicles or other things like that. You can kind of see what it's like there on the back. Let's take a quick look. Okay, so when I open these up, you can kind of get a glimpse. I'm not going to take them all the way out and stuff right now since I'm not going to use them until I get to camp this coming weekend, which I'm going to be checking out another free Florida campsite, so make sure that you are subscribed for that. But this kind of gives you an idea of the size of the suction cup, and it's the kind that you kind of like fast, like where you put it on, so it has the suction, and then you also tighten it so that you have to like kind of latch it and lock it in place. So I'm going to use those for the top of Terra outside, and in conjunction, I think, with the tent poles, I'm going to experiment with a few different layouts. I think I'm going to try to use it as an awning off the side. I think I'm going to try to use it off the back. I think I'm going to maybe try to connect it to my clam tent as well. Just kind of give it a few different things. It would be nice to have that shade over my picnic table right off the side, or to keep it off of this side to keep the sun off of my power stations when I have my door open. So I think there's a lot of versatility to it, and I'm really anxious to play around and experiment with a little camp project, so stay tuned for that. Now let's move on. One of the things that, I mean, the state parks are not quite as bad, but some of the free sites that I've noticed, while they're super well maintained for the most part, people are guilty of leaving their trash in the fire pits and around the campsites in between maintenance. So I finally, and like I said, the state parks aren't perfect, but since they do have a little bit more staff on hand than the public land sites, it's not quite as much of an issue, but it always makes me sad when I see litter around the camp, but I'm not about to pick it up with my bare hands because, yeah, you know. So I got a little trash grabber, and I plan on bringing this to camp with me so that I can pick up trash without having to touch it. And I can just pop it right on in my trash bag. Also, if I come across anything that, you know, I need to keep a distance from to kind of move along, you know, at camp, maybe a little snaky friend decides it wants to get too close to the van and I don't want to risk stepping on it when I get out, I can kind of use this extended pole to just gently, you know, encourage it along or something along those lines. You know, it'll come in handy in a variety of ways. Moving right along, you guys know that I mentioned recently, well, if you're new here, you don't know. Welcome, by the way. Stick around. I'd love to have you. But if you're not new here, you may remember me mentioning recently that I really want to get back into sketching again and kind of do like a sketch journal of my favorite campsites, my favorite wildlife sightings, my favorite scenes that I come across when I'm out on my adventures and travels. So I finally got, I only have one sketch pencil right now, and then I got a little travel one, but this one has like the blender and like an eraser, sharpener, you know, a little more to it, and it was on a lightning deal for like $5, and it had a ton of really, really good reviews. So I know it's not like professional artist grade, but I'm not professional artist grade either, so we're a perfect match. So I'm going to be using that at camp a lot the rest of the year, I hope. And also, this is what I'm so excited about. Okay, you guys know that I really want to do a lot more camp cooking as soon as the temps start to creep their way back down, which they are finally showing the slightest hint of wanting to do. Hopefully that trend continues instead of backtracks. But either way, like I said, I will be going to some colder climates soon, so I wanted to be prepared for some campfire cooking. I have never in my life cooked over a campfire before. I did do s'mores, you know, as a kid, but using the fire in the fireplace or being like at, you know, Brownie Girl Scout retreat or whatever it was then, and, you know, having a whole big group setting it up and doing it for you is not the same. And that was a lifetime ago anyways. So my point is I have no experience with cooking over a campfire, but I really want to change that. I want to start doing some more grilling, some, you know, branching out from my electric setup. I think it would be really nice and a great way to conserve power if I'm set up at camp for a while, to be able to cook over the campfire and then sit around and enjoy it afterwards with, you know, a nice hot cup of tea or coffee. So, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the channel Amanda Outside, but she does a ton of camp cooking videos, and I have learned so much from her. I've been taking notes like right and left, and she recommended this brand as her favorite for pie irons. It was the Camp Chef brand, and it comes pre-seasoned because this is also my very, very, very first cast iron ever, and I know nothing about it. And I am not even going to get into asking your guys for feedback in the comments because I know what a heated topic cast iron can be, and I don't want any conflict in my comment section. So this is pre-seasoned. I don't have to do anything. It's ready to go. And it's just the single serving pie iron to start with. I figure I might graduate to a bigger one for some more complicated recipes if I like this, but we're going to see how it goes first. I do have a lot of recipes I want to try, both dessert and dinner and breakfast. I guess that wouldn't be both, but you get it. So to go with my whole campfire cooking, let's unbox this together, unbag this together. I got me some heat-resistant gloves, good for working in fire. So This way, with my little foil packets that I want to do, I'll be able to just reach them right in, flip it around, grab it off of the grill top. Obviously, I'm not going to stick my hand in the flames regardless, but you know, when I'm cooking this way, I'm prepared. Of course, there's two. So I'm super excited about that. And we are already at the very last thing. Who knew that this big bag could go so fast? Okay, so last but not least, you guys know that I love my new little solar lantern, and it's very cute. I like to keep it on my picnic table, but I also wanted to have something to hang on a lantern hook or inside of my tent at night. And my phone spies decided to send me this lightning deal that I could not resist. It was actually in my wish list for a while because I just think it's so pretty, and I love the way that like stained glass effect looks at night and all the different colors and patterns. And I also like that it doesn't cast light out very far or up very far to where it would distract or disrupt my neighbors that are near me. I personally don't mind when I'm in a campground and like RVs and other campers have a bunch of lights at their site. I actually kind of like it for when I have to walk to the bathroom in the middle of the night because I don't need to worry about using my phone or my headlamp or a flashlight. But I know that that's a hot button topic too. And a lot of people do not feel that way, and they do not appreciate lights. So this just kind of lights a small area and looks pretty, and it's not like a really bright, aggressive light. So I figured it would be nice to have another little option, and it's also solar, which, pro tip, I realized because the last couple of times I've gotten to camp, it's been raining, so I wasn't able to charge up my solar lantern before it got dark, and it fizzled out like right away. But I just realized I can take the top off and put it on my dash when I'm driving to camp and start soaking up the sun that way. So, not just a hat rack. All right, folks, that's going to wrap it up for my small fall haul to get ready for the upcoming fall and winter seasons for camping. So make sure you stay tuned. Like I said, make sure you're subscribed. You've got those notifications on in case you don't already, because we're going to be cooking. I'm going to be sharing with you how all of these items work. I am going to put the links below. But just remember, I usually only link things that I personally would recommend and use all the time. So I do want to remind you that this is a haul. I have not used any of these items. This is the first time that I am unveiling them. So I cannot vouch for them yet, but I will keep you guys updated. If I don't like any of them, I will take the links off and I will let you guys know. But I will keep you posted, and make sure you stay tuned if you're interested in that sunshade shade cloth, because I am really curious to see how my experimentation with that works. But like always, I want to thank you all so much for watching. I tried to keep this short and sweet, but you know I like to talk, so I got a bit rambly anyways. But again, I do appreciate each and every one of you, and the fact that you take time out of your day to spend with me. I hope you'll continue to do that. I love having you, and I will see you very soon on the next adventure. Bye for now.